Hello, this is Star with Lowrance Technical Support. Just walking you through some basic things today. Today we're going to be talking about the chart settings. So if I go into my chart, we're going to be going into things that are here. So now this is the basic chart menu. So a chart is used for mapping and mapping along an area, telling you where your boat is and where your boat wants to go. As we know, the lakes and the rivers sometimes are hard to navigate, so we want to make sure that we know everything about where our lake is. So as you see, right now I have a cursor cleared up. Well, actually, sorry about that. Let me go back to my lake here. Okay, and so I got a cursor pulled up on the lake because this is where my lake is. And this is probably where my lake is going to be located here. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of different chart menus here. And it's going to be something where I'm going to need to know how to work all of these settings right over here on the side. So as you can see, I've got new, which is going to give me a new waypoint. Maybe I want to set a waypoint at my location. And I'm going to be going along that area to be able to do that. Maybe I want to go to that specific area. I want to navigate, but navigate quickly. I can do that. Go ahead and get back to my lake. See, I'm in a specific area right now that my unit's not telling me. So keep in mind that's where it is. So if I want to measure a specific distance, it'll tell me where that information is from where I'm at, and I can reset the cursor and I can go back and I can finish measuring. So that allows me to measure areas. Let's say I want to find a specific area. I can go into find, and it gives me a specific list of all of the things that I want to find waypoints, find routes, find trails. Maybe I've set in a specific waypoints from the Hunting and Fishing Commission, and I want to go to that specific waypoint. I can hit that waypoint screen, and it'll actually take me right to it. So something that we have been using quite a bit lately is called overlay. So overlay gives you something that's overlaying onto the screen. I like to think of those old transparency things that were on basic areas. So if you are overlaying anything over on top of something else, it's overlaying onto the current map that we have. So let's say you want to overlay a structure on there. So that's going to overlay your structure and give you structure options. Let's say I want to overlay a heat map. As you can see, my heat map pops up. Let's say I want to overlay Genesis Live. And Genesis Live will pop up there. Genesis Live, of course, a new feature, probably one of the easiest features in the world. You see how easy that was to be able to get going? Genesis Live makes a map on the lake as you're traveling down the lake or river you're fishing in. And it just uses your GPS antenna and various other things to be able to do that. So that's really great. And so we want to turn that off for now. And I'm going to zoom back to my lake, because I want to be on a lake while I'm talking to you guys. I'd really like to be on the lake right now. I don't know about you guys, but you're doing some learning here, and we're learning good. So as we can see, so we go into there. We're still on that map or lake or river that we're fishing in. We're seeing waypoints, and we're going to go into our chart options. As you can see, I have orientation, map orientation. If I go to heading up or course up or north up, that's basically going to take my position and have my heading up or my course up. Keep in mind with heading up and course up, if you don't have a 0.1 antenna and you're going very, very slow, the GPS error rate may flip your map around. So if it's doing that, don't panic. Just basically realize that you need to be moving in order for these functions, heading up and course up, to work in the way that they're working, in the way that they're best. Normally, just from my point of view, I like to leave north up just so that I know that north is the same way that I'm there. If I look ahead, that's basically going to just basically look ahead from where I am. If I want a 3D representation, as you can see, the map kind of changes just a little bit, and I can move 3D, very similar to what you would see on a car GPS. So if I want to go into presentation mode and change my shaded relief or no contours, that's how the map is displayed. If I want to go into my view, let's say I don't want so many details on that, so I might bring the details down to low, and as you can see, it changes the map. I change it down to medium, puts up some grid lines and some other such things, and if I change it to full, I'm getting the full use of that map and everything, channels and all that great stuff. So photo overlay, if your map card has that capabilities. We have depth palettes, which is going to give you the pictures of the depth. Then we have a bunch of other things. Color trails. You know, do I want color trails behind me? Do I want chart source? So I might want to change from Lowrance to Navionics. If I change to Navionics, you'll see the map glitz, and you'll see a completely different view of that. These blocks, basically the Navionics map is not a fully rendered map. So it's important to be able to take a look at that and make sure that you realize that for this map to look really great, you do have to have a Navionics card in it. So I'm going to go back into my chart options and change it to Lowrance. And we're back to where we started. So those are chart options. That's basically the map, as you can see. You know, there's a lot of really great information on there. I'm going to go onto this little lake right here because I just want to see a lake in there. Oh, there we go. Oh. As you can see, that lake is only available at a certain thing, but Skytook is not. Skytook has, it's a lake that we go out to quite a bit. And really good lake to be able to see contours and other such things. So as you can see, that lake is looking good. Let's say something is not working in the way we want it to. We're going to go to our old friend settings and the chart settings here. So we have 3D boat selection. That's basically going to tell if it's a bass boat center console or what have you. So I just tap off the side to be able to do that. I'm going to want to change my boat settings to be able to make that boat fit with what I'm doing. Range rings. If you look at range rings, turn them on. It's going to give you some basic rings around there, basically telling you what's there, and if we're in next door position, we could show that to you. If we go to, where's it at? I'm going to turn my simulator on so that we're basically simulating a position. So we're on a lake right now. Those are range rings, so you can see those there. And then maybe I don't want those range rings on there, so I'm going to basically turn them off. Heading extension. I'll see my heading extension. That's my heading and which direction I'm going. So this is telling me, each one of these little tick marks is telling me miles there. So as you can see, those are there. And then I go into my settings again. Chart. Maybe I want to turn those heading extensions off. Course extension is going to extend my course. Maybe I want my course extension, how long do I want my course extension to be? You know, I can have it as long as I want in minutes or miles. So synchronize 2D, 3D chart, that's going to synchronize your range rings. So if your range rings are off, you're going to be adjusting them, and it's going to synchronize those two. Do I want pop-up help information or do I not? I might want to turn that off. Grid lines. Do I want grid lines along the map? So you can see those grid lines there. Do I want those or do I not? That's the question. And then these buttons right here and this button. You know, not on the new systems, but on the old systems, we were able to hide chart. And what that made your map look like was this. It's basically a white screen plotter now, just basically giving you GPS information, that's it. So if you do not want that, you want to make sure that you're not hiding chart. And let's say you have 150 to 175 waypoints in a specific area, you don't want to see them. This turns off your waypoints and hides them, turns off your routes and hides them, and turns off your trails and hides them. So if you have any of these buttons off right here, that is going to be a system that's going to give you, that's going to be turning it on or turning it off. So that's something to keep in mind. You definitely want to make sure that those are on so that you're seeing all that information. So then, if I want to go into waypoints, routes, and trails, we've just made an easy way for you to do that there. And it goes right into waypoints, routes, and trails. So those are basically the chart settings and everything that you need to know really quickly about a chart. And so if you have any further questions, definitely give us a call or email us, or definitely check out our help and support tab for our knowledge base and our frequently asked questions. And we would be more than happy to help you learn to use this Lowrance unit. Take care. Have a great day.